Hello everybody, Tyler here, 1,000 subscriptions. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching my videos. It's pumping me up to create more videos for you. And we had a question on two-prong attacks. So I'd like to get started on explaining what two-prong attack is. I have my Flame Shrine Maiden Chiome, and I happen to give her a Tamadra so I can activate this two-prong attack so we can do some experiments and we can run some numbers on two-prong attack. Right now it tells us that matching 4 orbs of the same attribute as this monster boosts attack and launches an attack on 2 enemies. That doesn't make very much sense to me at all, so I decided to go to puzzledragonx.com. Let's go here. I found the two-prong attack, and it means that eliminating exactly 4 connected orbs of the same color for, let's see, 1.5 attack on 2 enemies. There are a lot of questions whether or not you need 2 enemies to have this 1.5 multiplier activate, and I don't think it does, but we'll do some testing. So it's limited to these monsters here. I believe these are all the monsters that have a two-prong attack when you are playing your Puzzle and Dragons. And I've taken the liberty to sort out the monsters that actually do have two-prong attacks. So we have Awoken Zeus Stratios, we have Ganesha. Ganesha has two-prong attacks down here, you can see. Vishnu has 2. I wanted Vishnu for this last Godfest, by the way. Vector Finn. We have King Arthur, Bard Robin, pretty much all the riders that have two-prong attacks. Let me continue on the list. Wiz Merlin, Merlin the Jerk, Wild Drake, Umisachi, Yamasachi. The Ultimate Evolution will have two-prong attack, and I think this will be a great thing to take advantage of if you guys have this guy or this card. It's going to be pretty strong, I think. We have Zhuge Liang, Zhuge, that's how you pronounce it, Zhuge Liang. Guardian of the Sacred City, Athena. Who else? Let me go through the list. We have Piccolo. This guy I think is Hiraku Odin. Kind of looks like Odin. Sagittarius Seiya. I don't know if we'll ever get that one. Vegeta. And I think this guy's name is Sirius. I'm not quite sure. There's a light Sirius and a dark Sirius. We have Kari. I definitely want her for a raw team, the Dark Kari. Piccolo, once more, and Sirius. So there's only a limited amount of monsters that can have this double two-prong attack, and we'll get into that a little bit further down the video. While I was, during the last Godfest, I really wanted an Indian 2.0 god, so I was hoping for Sarasvati or I don't know, one of the ones that have that increased chance of Skyfall. I'd like to play around with that. I didn't get that. Instead, today I'm going to use my new leader. We're going to use Zhuge Liang. I have the sleeping one. And this guy is highly sought after for his two-prong attack, and we're going to first talk about the numbers, and then we'll go through and talk about, or maybe go through a dungeon. So yeah, I had the chance to max him out and fed him the rest of my plus eggs. Let me load up my team here. We're going to do some experimentations with that 1.5 multiplier. So I'll load up a dungeon, endless corridors with my Tsukuyomi and another friend. I have endless corridors loaded, and I've chosen my friend. I have a Haku buddy, and we're going to talk about our two-prong attack. Let's go and do some number crunching. Our Chiome, if we have a match of 3, then she'll do 100% of her attack. Let's do that right now, just to see how much attack she has. Over here it says 897. So let's switch, and we'll do 897 for 100% of her attack. Now if we want to do a two-prong attack, that's when we match 4 orbs in a line. 4 orbs will do 100% plus 25 for every extra orb attached to it. So that will be 25% for 4 orbs. And we multiply that by 1.25. Or no, not 1.25, but 1.5. And that's the 2-prong multiplier. So with the 2-prong, she should be doing 1681, or about that much damage. Let's switch to our game here. And let me grab 4 orbs real quick. Let's see. Four red orbs, okay. Let me match 4 red orbs, and she should be doing 1681 damage. We don't want to make any more combos, so let's do 1681, 1683. So it definitely multiplies. Now the question is, does she multiply even if there's only one monster on the board? So we have a little blob right there. Let's go ahead and do a 2-prong attack. Hopefully no combo. 1683. So it doesn't matter if there's one monster, it's a 2-prong attack, but that just means that it's multiplied and you have up to 2 monsters at the same time you can attack. It's not just 2, but up to 2. Let me go ahead and load up a card with a 2-prong attack, and we'll do some numbers with that. This time I've grabbed a card with a double 2-prong attack. I gave my Athena enough Tamadras to activate the 2-prong attacks, and we'll do the math behind that. And I'll tell you why it's so good. It may even be better than Roenhance's when I think about it. But let's go ahead and enter. Athena, I think, is the card that most people are excited about because she doesn't require a random egg machine. She doesn't require any stones to get. And she can do a lot of damage with this double 2-prong. So if you can match her with a lot of other 2-prong cards, you can do a lot of extra damage. So her multiplier is times 3 to gods if you can get more. And a double 2-prong attack, I think it multiplies to 2.25 more damage. Let's look at her light damage here. 1497. Let me go back to my calculator and pull out 1497 here. If we do a 2-prong attack, that's 1.25 for 4 orbs, 100% plus 25 per orb. And times 1.5 times 1.5 for the double 2-prong attack. Should be doing 4210 damage. Let's go ahead and try that out. Let's try to get more orbs here on the board. Let me put 4 light orbs on the top row so we can activate that 2-prong without trying to activate any more combos. So it should be doing about 4210 damage. Do that. 4212. So the whole thing about the 2-prong attack is just adding or multiplying out that number. So we have, what was it, 1497 times 2.25 times 1.25. So your card, if you have a double 2-prong attack, it goes from 1500 damage and it boosts all the way to 4210. Before we move on, let's talk about more scenarios. If you have, let's say, 7 orbs to use, in our case we have 7 light orbs. If we do a 2-prong attack and we match a match of 3, how does that calculate out? It should calculate like this. We have 1497 attack multiplied by 1.25 for the extra orb times 1.5 times 1.5. This will equate to 4210, and for that extra third orb you add 1497. It doesn't multiply out with the 2-prong attack. So what I'm trying to show is that 2-prong does not multiply if you're not matching 4 or more, or just matching 4 orbs. It'll add to that, and we'll multiply it again by 1.25 for an extra combo for 7134. Let's see if this works out. This is what I'm trying to show you guys here. So we have the 3 and the 2-prong attack. I'm trying to make sure we don't get more combos in this. And it should be doing 71-34, about that much. 71-37. So 2-prong attack does not apply to a match of 3. What if we have 2 2-prong attacks? So 8 orbs, so 2 matches of 4. Let me try to load that up here. I've generated at least 8 or more light orbs, and we're going to do 2 2-prong attacks. So the calculation should work like this. We have 1497 for her base attack. We multiply this by 1.25 for the extra orb, times 2.25 for the double 2-prong attack. 4210. We'll multiply this by 2, and the damage should be 8,420. Now I haven't calculated for combos yet. Let's go ahead and see how many combos we get, and the damage should match. So I have double 2-prong attack. Let's see how many combos. 1, 2, 10,530. Let's go back, and we'll multiply this by 1.25 for that extra combo. 10,525. So really close. 2-prong attack multiplies when you just have, or let's say 2-prong attack only applies when you match exactly 4 orbs. It doesn't multiply into the match of 3, and it won't multiply in a match of 5. When working with 2-prong attacks, the next question I had was, how many 2-prongs can we actually make? I've loaded up my paint board, and we'll think about this here. If you try to create 2 prongs vertically, I believe this is the best you can do if you're trying to match vertically. You can have 2 or 3 2-prong attacks. You can't really match 2-prong attack at the bottom. That'll just mess up the whole matching. So if you decide to match 2-prong attacks horizontally, you'll have 3, and then you'll have extra space to actually put a 2-prong on the side. So I've calculated, or I figured that, well, this is the best I think we can do is 4 2-prong attacks. Now the challenge, if you guys can figure out how to do 5 2-prong attacks, maybe with cascades, maybe there is a way. There are a lot of clever people out there who can figure this out, but I believe 4 2-prong attacks is the best thing we can do. That's all the information I have about the 2-pronged attack awakening. If you guys have any questions, or if you like what you saw, please comment or subscribe by clicking on Zhuge Liang on top. If you'd like to stick around, I'm going to do Starlight Sanctuary King of the Gods for the first time with a Zhuge team, and it could give you some information on how to build a 2-prong attack team. But until then, have fun guys. Let's continue to Starlight Sanctuaries, King of Gods, and I'm going to load up a Zhuge friend, so let me do that. We're doing Starlight Sanctuary King of the Gods with Zhuge Liang, and I'm going to explain my team here. For our leader, we have Genius Sleeping Dragon Zhuge Liang, and the reason why we love Zhuge Liang as a leader is because he has 2 2-prong attacks, skill boosts for awakenings. He also has skills that scream burst. We have 100 victories in 100 battles, 2 times attack for attack of type for 1 turn. We're going to double our damage on top of the 2-prong attacks, just a bunch of damage. And his civilized tactics, 4 times attack for wood attributes when HP is less than 80%. So it's going to be a lot of damage. A lot of people really want Zhuge Liang. My buddy got really jealous of me for rolling this guy, and I feel very lucky. Next we have Marine Rider Bard Robin. He has a 2-prong attack, 2 2-prong attacks, and an orb changer, water to wood, heal to water. And when you mix this with Sarutobi Sasuke, then on top of his orb changing ability, he could change water orbs to wood orbs. You can have this 2-pronged attack here, plus the skill boost, it's always nice. I had another Sasuke, but for taking down Zeus at the end, we're going to have to do about 5.2 million damage. So I've decided to bring my Athena with me. We have a wood and light enhancer, just looking at that wood there. She also brings a light element to the team. So if I don't have any wood elements, wood orbs on my board, I can match a two-prong attack of light orbs, and hopefully we can clear some monsters if we get in trouble, because the thing about an attacker team is that they have really low hit points. I have another Robin here. We have more two-prong attacks, that's where I spent my Tamadra eggs. And finally a Zhuge Liang friend. This guy is awesome, he has 297 already. Let's go ahead and enter and do this dungeon for the first time. I don't have max leveled monsters, but I have quite a bit of attack. For the first one, let's go ahead and get rid of some orbs here. I just remembered that we need about 80% to activate Zhuge Liang's active, so let's go ahead and do that. Good position here. I think I want to get rid of this guy because I'm not quite sure how much damage these dub mythlets do. And I definitely don't want him to kill me. So let's move on to the next stage and see if we can get under 80%. I also haven't conserved some of my orbs yet. I believe these two guys will definitely kill me, so I'm going to do a two-prong attack for 2.25 times damage. And we cleared it out. Wow, awesome. That's a lot of damage. Okay. This time, let's try to conserve some green orbs. I'll try to get rid of as many red orbs as possible. We'll get rid of some light orbs as well. Now we're under 80%. That means I do 16 times damage. Just match 3 here. I think it's pretty smooth sailing towards all the way to the end from this point. We don't heal up. So I'll do another match of 3. Get rid of some fire orbs. Try not to heal. If we have too many heart orbs, we might just take a turn to stall. This might be a good time to stall, actually. Oh. Let's see. Let's take our time with this guy. As long as I have a Zhuge Liang on my team, I feel like my subs, it doesn't matter what level they are, they're going to do a ton of damage. So this time we're running into a sticky situation. I believe if all 3 monsters attack me, we will die. So I'm going to have to activate a two-prong attack. Let's do a two-prong green attack. See how much damage we do here. Alright, enough damage to take a hit. Let's do one of these. Such crazy damage output here. Next we have these guys. Let's do a two-prong. For stage 8, I know that this Tiamat can kill us in one hit, and I had a heal, and luckily enough, it's not enough heal to take me over the 80% threshold. 80% is signalized by the yellow text. I think when you're over 80%, the text will be blue, and if you get under 50%, the text changes color to orange, and I think under 20% it turns red. So you can use colors as an indication. For the Tiamat, I used, what's his name, Bard Robin, and let's activate a 2-prong. Let's see how much damage we do here. Is this enough to kill him? No. Let's activate another 2-prong here. Get rid of some fire orbs. Awesome. Next we have Chaos Dragon. I'm going to activate one of my Zhuge Liang skills. We'll do double damage. And ideally I'd like to save Merlin, Athena, Sasuke, and Zhuge Liang for the last stage. So I'm going to try to do as much damage on this stage as I can. I'm going to do a 2-prong here vertically and a 2-prong here at the bottom. Our Zhuge Liang friend does 1,000,000 damage. That's a lot of damage. Okay, moment of truth here. Can we do 5.2 million damage with the friends that we have? Okay, so the optimal thing to do, I believe, is to push 4 orbs to the side, and then we'll do 3 rows of 2-prong attack. I can see that I could put 2-prong attacks on this column, 2-prong attack down here, 2-prong attack here, and 2-prong attack here if I have enough orbs. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the left, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. That leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can only do 3 2-prong attacks. Let's give it a try. I'll do this one, and I'll focus on the top. Let's grab this orb here. I hope this kills him. I messed up on a 2-prong attack. I hope this does enough damage. Oh my god, okay. Well, Zhuge Liang doing a ton of damage. The Zhuge Liang on the right did 1.5 million damage. So that is a 2-prong attack team. It was quite easy, but it's random egg machine heavy, so if you're willing to throw down enough stones to get, and if you're lucky enough to get a Zhuge Liang and the favorable subs, then that's, I think, an ideal team for you. But thank you for watching my videos. Once again, if you like my video, or if you'd like to subscribe, click on Zhuge Liang at the top. And please leave a comment or any questions, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Until next time, have fun, guys.